Hello, future babies. It's Christmas in my house. Hello, future babies. Today is time to write. Hi, babies of the future. This is Mrs. Agnello coming to you from the past. Please make sure you are paying attention. If you are acting a fool, cut that out, please. All right, so today is a busy, hectic day. Of course, I miss you as always. I am at jury duty. Woo! Performing my civic responsibilities. I'll tell you all about it. Hopefully, it is enormously boring and I'm not on a jury because then I would have to miss you even more. So, here's what we're doing today. This paper that you worked on Friday, we're working on it again today. I have it, not me personally. The Turnitin bins in my classroom have it. So, after the video, you're going to politely remind the sub that he or she needs to give you back your papers. If you were absent, see the absent binder and get a reliable homie to hook you up with the information. There should be a couple of copies of my personal statement and Mr. Lanuz's personal statement. If your partner could walk you through what we did, that would be super duper good. If you're super duper confused, you know what to do. Shoot me an email. I'll be bored. So I'll be able to answer it. This will be all good. So back to this paper. So on Friday, you completed your self-eval and started incorporating your feedback. That's awesome. Now it's time for you to meet with your first revision partner to complete the partner eval. Here's how you're going to work this. You are going to give your partner your own paper. So, if my paper at the top says Mrs. Agnello, as it always does because I put my name on my papers, okay, it says Mrs. Agnello, I am going to hand my paper to someone else and have them write their name right here. X marks the spot. Let's say my helper outer for this one, my first revision partner is, I don't know, maybe it's Miss Hirschberger. She's my homie. Okay. And she is going to write in these boxes. Is she going to include evidence? Hell yeah. Is she going to include an explanation? You better believe it. Is she going to give me a score? Yes, please. Now, if your partner determines that you did not score a 2 out of 2, they are going to give you some feedback. They are going to, in their evidence, maybe give you the piece of evidence that you do have. Maybe you get a point for figurative language, but you only have one. And then in their explanation, they're going to give you a suggestion. Okay, so make use of what you know. We're using grow and suggestion feedback, please. So glows are important. Let's have them. High five each other later. Let's focus on growth here. So, the way the class is going to work today. First, you're watching this great video. Your sub is probably thinking, whoa, that lady's bananas. She's right, he's right, whomever is right. Anyway, then you're going to ask the sub politely, remember politely, to pass back your rubric papers. Again, if somebody was absent, hook them up, help them out. Absent binder should be prepared. Then you're going to switch your paper and your narrative with your revision partner, your first revision partner. So if you did your paper on Google Classroom, just share it with them. Same protocol as we did in the past. If yours is still on paper, that's fine too. We need to get it on Classroom at some point, but we're not focused on that today. We're going to focus on getting feedback. So obviously, if yours is on paper, hand your paper to your partner. This is not rocket science. Y'all are way too smart for me to tell you this. Anyway, so when you are trading your rubric paper, I want you to impress me. I want you to blow my mind with how awesomely quiet and efficient you can be. I really want the sub to think that you guys are some kind of silent people who don't have mouths or something. Wow them, okay? This would make me enormously happy. Happy teacher is good teacher. Yeah, happy teacher. So, moving past that, once you have your partner's paper, assess them. Do your absolute best. They deserve your best feedback, okay? They are going to give you the best feedback they possibly can. You are going to hook them right back up. It is so important that you pour yourself into this assignment. I think that this should take no more than 15 minutes. If somebody's handwriting is so bad that you can't figure it out, sit next to them. Have them read it to you, okay? I'm thinking about some of you kids with the terrible handwriting, looks like chickens walking across the page. Let's not have that happen, but if that's the case, help each other out, okay? You may not sit on the beanbag chairs. Absolutely not. No beanbag chairs. No. I mean it. After you've given your partner some feedback, this should take maybe 20 minutes of class because you're watching this goofy video, you're going to give each other some feedback. You are going to start incorporating that feedback. If you do not have your narrative already on Google Classroom, now's the time to type it up. Make that happen, please, as you're incorporating that feedback. If you already have it on Google Classroom, kudos to you. Start changing it, start fixing it, start making it better. Make sure that you are considering your audience and keeping it school appropriate. Now, those of you who do not want to work with a peer partner, those of you who are writing a little bit more personally, who are just not ready to share that with another teenager, that's cool. Don't trade papers. Well, you keep your paper. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You are going to keep your paper, but take your partners. You're going to give your partner feedback. Your partner gets to, putz around, work on their Animal Farm close reading, make good choices, assign themselves until you give them their feedback. It's real important that you make sure you're taking the time to give that feedback, but not wasting time so that they're using class time to its maximum effectiveness. Ultimately, I know you guys can do this. I trust you. I know that you guys are the best students ever. I miss you desperately. You know how to contact me if you need me. Ask the sub to text me if you're having an emergency or something. You know where my phone number lives, on the wall behind my desk. If you don't know my phone number yet, maybe it's time to write it down. Okay? I miss you terribly. Can't wait to see you again. Mwah.